Okay, so I got this green fabric working with. Let's pull her back a little bit. That's the top. So you guys can see the top. Nothing fancy today. First I was gonna make me a little moo piece. I was like, girl, no, we gonna wear her outside. So try to line everything up. Because what I'm gonna do, once I line all of this up, I gotta fold it over here. So we're gonna fold these together like this. And I'm gonna lay it out. So as you can see, it's not even right now, but that's fine. We're gonna cut that later. Put this, and I'm gonna straighten it up right quick so everything can line up together. Okay, so we switched our angle. Let's get situated. Boom. That's the top. Get the top of the table. Okay, here we go. Turn it a little bit more that way. All right, boom. So pull her up just a little bit. But what I'm gonna do, because this is my open side, the front is gonna be cut over here because everything is folded twice already. That way I can make me a front and a back panel for my dress. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing out because I know this is a long maxi that fits well, and um it's the length I need. So I'm gonna put that right there, and we're gonna put the sides together like this. That way we can trace her. Boom. Don't work hard, okay? We just recreating what we already have. Name of the game today. Okay. I'm about to stretch her out a little bit. But basically, she's gonna go right here because everything is folded the same way this is folded. You can hold her in place for the tracing, and I left more than enough room at the top and the sides. So all I'm gonna do is lay my maxi down here because it's long, and for my tall girlies, my short girlies, whatever, you can always modify this to your height. Let's put this right here. That way I don't have to worry about my dress shifting, and it'll be folded evenly. And this is the actual perfect size because I love this one because it hugs the curves, and I can go straight down with the pattern. So I'm cool with that. Ain't no extra guessing with this one. Now you can pin it to the garment. I don't have the whole thing pinned, but you see what we got going on. You pick it up. Okay, well, I always like to use my shears that are sharp because it gives me the best cut. So what I'm going to do, I'm cutting through 4 layers. Check me out. Boom. So you can cut it how you want it because this is how the back of this one is cut. I'm going to go ahead and just start cutting the back like this. Okay. Now, I don't have much space to move around here. I'm going to start over here. I'm going to cut my arms out like that. Now, you don't have to cut it just like this one, but this is just showing you how you can trace the style and things like that. So this one is always like the size I need, but it's not really the cut I want. So I'm just gonna make it work. So I'm gonna leave about 1/2 inch. Because I want to search this. Oh Lord, we ain't got time for that. Okay. All of this is just extra. Let me get my little clips off here because I'm gonna lose her. Alright, we're gonna pull this up so bang. Oh, this is the perfect length. Won't he do it? He said he would. Okay, so again, the sides, I don't really have to do much. Now I do have to cut open one of these sides just because it's folded. So let me go ahead and cut her open. And I'm just going to the end. Let me pull it up so you can see it. I really have to open this one again because it's folded right there. See that? I can just take my scissors and go in like this here. So she can, it can be surged when it's time to salt her up. You know, like regular. Bam. Okay. Now I want to give it some shape. I'm gonna take it, Tina. Now the bottom, I'm gonna just cut this as straight as possible. This is like the perfect height because I still have enough to hem it the way I need to hem it. Like how all this is. Perfect for me and my height. And if I had to give a height to this measurement, because I'm about 5'6", you could just always take your tape measure and measure from your from here all the way down. For my neckline, it's 50 inches for this one. And then, of course, I got to add more for my shoulders. So the height of my shoulders from all the way there up the top, this piece is actually 55 inches. So do with that as you please. This is going to make the 2X. Going across, 15 times 4 will be 60. So 30 inches wide on both pieces. Both pieces, you know, folded out the long way. So this 14 is basically the 4 pieces that I folded, used to make this. And I can take everything off like that, like that, like that, like that. Now, to do the front. So again, because this dress is not, so we ain't doing too much. So you can see the top. Alright. When I open this up, this is basically going to be my back panel. And I'm just going to open her up, leave her alone for right now. Now, what I want to do is change the front of this piece. Now, if I folded this in half, back to where it was, so my neckline, I would measure about 4 inches over. So this is the centerpiece. It's about 4 inches. This is going to be my front piece. Go to the back. So my front piece is going to be right here. Everything start right there. So if I want her to come down a little more, that's what we're going to do. And honestly, because of how this is, I could have made this a little wider. We can just turn her to a little tank piece. That's fine. I don't have to pull nothing extra from the back. I can leave the back the way it is from here because of how it's made. But you know what? I might even just cut the bait. It really don't matter. So that's how it will look. I think I'm gonna have to go a little bit more. Let me see. Wow. And a half inches all right here. So I could bring it down a little bit more for real. But I do want to factor in hemming this dress. So I'm gonna do that to the front. And for real, I might go ahead and just do the back a little bit too. So we're just still working at the top. This is gonna be my back. There's no curve or nothing. That's the thing about using certain garments. So with this one, and if I wanted to, I could add a little sleeve to it, but I ain't gonna do that. That's gonna be my back. So my back is not gonna be this far down. So that's gonna be my back. This the top. Now you got two options. You can go ahead and hem this part before you sew it together and do like the little armholes too. Or you could just go ahead and sew the dress together first and do it. So because the way this pattern is laid out, I know the stretch of it. So this is going to be the outside. The outside is where these lines are for this one. So I'm going to start constructing my dress right quick. So this is the outside. The outside is going to be facing up, and this is my back panel. This is the front panel, and I'm going to like basically put the good sides together. So the stripes and the stripes are going to be touching. That's just the pattern of how it's made. And put these together like that. So when I sew that together, that's my shoulder piece. And like I said, it's up to you if you want to hem the neckline, the arm, and the bottom first, and then sew the body together, or you can, whatever. So everything is together, and I'm going to take my clips, and I'm going to take clips and put them all the way down both sides, because when I sew it, essentially it's going to be sewed inside out, and then of course you turn it around to wear it the right way. So that's that piece. And you don't have to have a surgery to make this particular outfit. You can actually just sew it with a sewing machine of choice. I'm going to use my serger because I want to be able to wash it, and I don't want nothing to fray and be weird on it when it's time. So I'm going to keep going and pinning everything down till I get to the bottom. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Am I in the camera angle? Okay, babe. Because sometimes I'll get the perky and I'll be going in damn sight. beautiful. I think I've seen the damn video for. There we go. Put that together. Another couple down here, and this is basically like a stretch jersey type material. I don't know where I got it from. I think I was gifted this fabric. I had this and I had it in a green and I had it in blue. So this is the green. So basically you're going to take it to the machine. Again, it depends on what you are comfortable with. I like to go ahead and go from here, and then I do the same thing on this side. Here to here, and my serger has black thread, so you'll be able to see what it looks like once after I do it. Okay, so this is what I have done so far. Front part, so you can see the front. See the dip in the front. See the dip, that's the front. Okay, anyway, this serge, as you can see, I went down both sides. More light. Okay, that's that side. This side, sewn straight down. You can see the shoulder. And when it's time for me to hem it, I start at the bottom. I really can go around here with my serger and then just fold it once with a green. That's what I think I'll do. So I'll probably take it back to the machine and do it that way. But either way, this is the body of the dress. When I turn it this way, you can see how everything is put together. Yes, the inside of my seams are black, but it really doesn't matter because you don't have to wear the inside of the dress on the outside. So I think, well, just to show you how it would essentially go, this is how the armhole would look when you fold it. You would fold it 1/4 and you fold it again, and then you'll stitch across. See, the arms are normally really tricky because, again, you know, it's like sewing around a curve. But either way, you can stitch all the way around. So basically everything is going to be folded in. But I think I'm going to go ahead and serge mine instead. Okay. So I decided to go ahead and serge every daggone thing. The arms, all that. That way, when I'm ready to put it together, all I have to do is this. Fold it. So you can see that. And just basically that. Stitch all the way around the entire thing. Of course, you always back stitch when you start and you back stitch when you finish. And basically, I'm going to do a green. That way, the thread that I pick is, you know, going to be the color of this. Of course, the inside is going to be black. Who cares? Same thing with the neck. I'm going to do this. And when it's time to stitch it, I'm going to go across, close to the edge. So when I do turn it right side out, you're going to see the stitch. Same thing for the armhole. I'm going to fold it. And I'm going to stitch all the way around this whole circle like this. It's basically going to look like a tank. It's going to be a real, you know, small shoulder. And when I finish with that, I'm going to show you. Okay, even though I have all these colors, I'm just going to go ahead and do black. Okay, see, everything is already set up. My needle is down. I'm going to back stitch it. It's on a straight stitch, nothing extra special going on here. This is the bottom that I'm about to hem of my dress. Okay, this is the finished product. That's the hem. That's the bottom. I did use black. That's the bottom. That's it. Now I'll probably take the other leftover piece and make me a head wrap. That's it. Okay, this transparency. This is the reason why I really am not crazy about like a super stretchy thing. I'm getting ready to even these out and do me another neckline so it fits the way I need it to fit. You know what I'm saying? So basically it's folded and I'm gonna stitch.